practice sessions down on Fast Friday at the Maguire's Bathurst 12-hour. One more to go today as we turn our attention towards Saturday and another opportunity to rate the field and see where things stand ahead of this year's Maguire's Bathurst 12-hour.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Maguire's Bathurst 12-hour here for our Friday coverage. It's time now for free practice 4 and there's plenty of coverage coming from the mountain live to you right here. It's now time to get the coverage underway. Let's send it up to the world feed. Matt Nolte, John Hindhoff and Garth Tander.
I wanted to ask you what we've learned today. Aside from the fact that it's incredibly close, I'm struggling to get our lessons from our 3 practice sessions so far.
Afternoon, Rich. Afternoon, all. I concur. We've learned that they're all very good at going a particular speed, but probably not the speed that's as fast as they can go outright if they were in qualifying trim. So we're just very carefully maybe suggesting that they're all protecting their BOP right now ahead of qualifying tomorrow. So this session's not really about that, though. It's the bronze drivers learning their way around Mount Panorama. And there's the circuit map for you. 174 metres of elevation change. And it starts right there at turn 1 as they climb up Mountain Straight into turn 2 and then run up to the cutting turn 4. Exit of the cutting, steepest climb on the way to the top of the mountain through McPhillamy, over Skyline, through the S's down to turn 17, as we would call it, Forest Elbow. Exit of the elbow, really important for that long run down Conrod Straight to the fastest corner in Australian motorsport, turn 20, just shy of 300k an hour, into a very heavy braking zone. Down to the final corner, turn 23. You do 2 minutes of work around here, John Hindhoff. You do not want to throw it away at the last corner.
Keep an eye on the sector times as well. Start line to halfway up the mountain and then most of the way down. And that little short bit at the end. Give us an idea of what's going on. I don't disagree with what you're saying, Garth Tander, about hiding your light under a bushel. There is also the concern that you don't want to fence it at this point of the weekend as well. What's to be gained by actually going as fast as you can right now? The conditions tomorrow are likely to be a wee bit different. I think we might see a slightly different take on the sessions tomorrow when we're building up towards the qualifying session.
Yeah, I agree with that. And we'll see a lot more qualifying simulations, particularly in the last practice session ahead of qualifying. And it's actually very frugal with their tyre allowance this weekend. Only the 12 sets of tyres from the start of practice 1 to the end of 12 hours of racing on Sunday afternoon. So that's 11 stints of racing effectively on Sunday. So if you were doing just the race on brand new tyres, you'd need 12 sets of tyres. Right. But we've got 4 practice sessions today, another 2 practice sessions tomorrow, plus qualifying, plus the Pirelli pole battle. So that's a whole heap of tyres that you would normally throw at the car, but you've got to be a little bit careful of how you use your tyres. So I suggest most of the cars today would have only used 1 set of tyres.
Yeah, because what you've got there is something in the region of what, getting on for 14 hours of running with tyres for 12 hours.
Yes, really, correct. It's probably actually 16 hours of
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And a tyre that is new to this event this year that people don't have a particularly good read on in terms of durability, especially durability, because these sessions are so short. I spoke to Matt Campbell between sessions. He said 40 minutes is not enough time in one session to run through what we're after. And he said that if you go and do a run and want to make a setup change, there's 3 laps gone out of a session where you might get, if you're putting one driver in the car, 15 or 16 laps.
Yep.
Not enough time. So they are time poor today, especially the teams that don't have a bronze driver in their car, because they miss 2 of the 40-minute practice sessions that are out there. Anyway, those that are out there right now are learning plenty.
Yeah, but it is what it is, and as you say, the bronze qualifying drivers are out there, and we did have a couple of
Ads, come on, man. Can we just be friends for one day? One day. Just one day of no ads. Just one day.
Drivers this morning basically being allowed to go out there because they don't know the circuits.
Yes, so if you're a silver driver and new to the mountain, you got classified as a bronze.
Yeah.
For practice.
I want YouTube Premium, but I don't got a card to do it.
So the pros, they're air racing, you don't get the extra half when you're a pro, so you...
Man, okay, I'm going to now take over commentary. I've let the world feed cover for about 5 minutes or so. I've been wanting YouTube Premium forever and ever and ever. But you know how much moolah it costs a month? It's a lot. It's like $15 a month. I don't got that sort of moolah. $14, it's a heck of a lot of money. It's a heck of a lot of money. I don't have that money. I do not have that sort of cash on hand. It's $20 for me, I think. I do not have that sort of cash. I do not have that sort of moolah. Actually, I probably do. But couldn't be bothered spending it, you know. 33 minutes remaining left here in free practice 4. I do not have times from FP3 and FP2 and FP3. So I have no indication of what I'm running off. But what I know, the time that we're aiming at, I have cash because I do shoveling, but I just don't have the card to use it. It sucks. It does. It does. But yeah, the time that I'm running off is free practice 1. Of course, these are all bronze-rated drivers. So these are not the quickest drivers in these cars right now. And the 32 BMW of Charles Rietz set the fastest lap time in free practice 1 on a 2:03.869. So that was the fastest time in a free practice 1. But now we're running off a bronze session here this weekend. Here for FP4 for practice 4, should I say? For practice 4, we're running off bronze-rated drivers here, and I think they have to do a certain lap time to be classified as a bronze driver. For the GT4 cars, well, they'll be running off a certain lap time as well. I think and that's a car spinning, and that is one of the Porsches. And what number is that? That is the 29 Porsche that has spun at the bottom of the mountain. Now, is that popped up on our timing screens? Yeah, I don't think it has. So the 29 Porsche, not sure who that car has in it, but there was a spin there at the bottom of the mountain. It's a bit of an unfortunate moment there. So far, though, we have not had a red flag in either of these free practice sessions. As that 24 Porsche around at the bottom of the mountain, heading into the chase, and just as he got the power, see just how low grip it is off the racing line, and especially on the grass. Grass on slick tyres, there's always no grip. Don't expect grip on slick tyres on grass. Not possible. But yeah, that's the 24 Porsche that's ended up spinning off in the grass down there. Kenny Habul at the moment is fastest through the first 2 sectors. He's done a 2:10.8 to go second, 2 minute 10.8, but he's purple through both sectors at the moment. The 93 Lamborghini sits at the top on a 2:10.7, so he's about a tenth off Kenny Habul in second. So he's about a tenth clear in the lead at the moment. Cars, though, continuing to set lap times here in free practice 4. Ask me questions, because I'm open to questions at the moment. Here, if it's anything about this, or if it's anything that's upcoming, what streams, what videos, I can answer anything. I can answer anything. Lachlan Hobson has just gone to the top on a 2:10.2. This is the 50 KTM that we're riding on board with. You explained all of it. Good. That is good to know. Thank you, Adam. I don't got any questions right now. Okay. Well, please. Did you just shower, lol? I did. Thank you for noticing. Thank you. I did just shower. I did. It was well needed. It was very much well needed. At the moment, Crampton currently sits inside this car. He's the only GT4 car out there, funnily enough. The only GT4 car out there in the field at the moment. Sorry, no, he's not the only GT4 car out there. Of course, Crampton, the only bronze GT4 driver in this lineup. There can only be one bronze driver. And this is what he's currently running with at the moment. The 50 KTM. Here he's actually currently holding up. I think it is Fabian Schiller who's in behind him, and he's not going to be very happy with this. He's not going to be a very happy man, I can tell you that much. It might be Kenny Habul or Fabian Schiller. I feel like it might be Schiller that sits in behind him. We'll see that in a few moments' time. And again, ads. Ads, seriously. Why'd you have to be so mean? Come on, Ads. Do better. Do better. Do better. Come on, Ads. Come on. Quick, snap. Run into a schedule here. Flippin' heck. Dennis Alton at the moment sits at the top of the 93 Lamborghini 208.9. Here I think it is only a 206 the bronze drivers can. That's at their max. So there's about 3 seconds bronze drivers are off the pace of what a typical pro driver would be. Let's head it down to Shea Adam.
Time at them, it tends to go pretty well. Watkins won last year, Petit Le Mans. Daytona was the second time this year, but the Bathurst, this thing is completely different. What do you make of this track?
Yeah, it's my first time here, so first of all, it's really great to be here. I think we have a quite good lineup in our bronze class, so yeah, let's go for the win again.
It's a bit of an advantage having a bronze driver because you get these extra sessions. Have you been learning a lot more, even watching the telemetry of your co-drivers?
Yes, we have. I mean, first of all, we had unfortunately a little problem in the first session this morning, so I didn't get to drive really. But therefore, the bronze sessions are good because otherwise we would need to, put 3 drivers into the 40-minute session to get him some laps. But like this, he's getting the laps, and so far it's all running quite well.
Now, I walked over into the infield section and saw the fans. There are so many merchandise options for the team. What's it like being part of such a fun organization?
Yeah, it's really cool to have already the small model cars ready. I love to collect them as well, to be honest. So I already have one. No, it's really, really cool. I think also the car really looks stunning. It's this nice green with the yellow. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to the race day. And as you said, many fans. Gives a bit like Sebring vibes, everybody having in the infield. So I'm looking forward to Sunday.
What was the biggest difference between practicing this track on the sim and doing it in real life?
I think was the first time we went up the hill with the rental car, and noticing it's a lot more narrow than on the sim, but after a few laps it feels familiar, so all good.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, appreciate it.
That's a big problem. I have driven this track on the simulator. I've been to it in real life. Not at 300 k's an hour, but I can tell you this much. It is very, very, very steep. And there's people that run this circuit that literally run on their 2 bare feet around this circuit every day. They use this as their exercise. When you'd think this would take you 3 hours, it takes them 15 minutes. It takes them 15 minutes from the starting line to walk all the way around the track. It is 5,260 meters long, this circuit. 5,260 meters. And they walk it every day. Some of them, it literally takes them 5 minutes. If you're running. It's not possible for 5 minutes. Oh. It's not possible. Insanity, indeed. Indeed. We have Dennis Alton at the moment, sitting still at the top. Sorry, it's the 45 Mercedes that sits at the top on a 206.2. And it's just going to the top. This is the one and only Ford Mustang that's running here this weekend. I think it is in the GT4 class as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can I just see a sticker on the side of that car? I think it is a GT4. Pink, yes, it is. It is a GT4 class car that is running this weekend. And it is... Oh, I can't see it. I can't see the number. Flippin' heck. Okay, so it is in P5, but it is one of the Ford Mustangs. So it is a GT4 car as well. So it's currently running in P5. And it's done a 209.8 here. So not a bad run. What time I got to add? So I'm at 3 hours 34 minutes into the session. So 3 hours 34 minutes. Probably go 3 hours 35 minutes and 15 seconds. Just for safety. Earl Bamber at the moment is going faster than anyone else in the 79 Porsche. Confirmation that was Earl Bamber who was spinning at the bottom of the mountain at the chase. So that's what you saw there. That was the 79 Porsche that spun at the bottom of the mountain. And you heard there, Garth Tander saying you only have 12 sets of Pirelli tyres. And you might think, gee, Jesus Hebers, that's a lot of tyres. That it's not many. When you've got 6 practice sessions and you're on slick tyres that can easily wear. I mean, these Pirellis, they do have a short window of work time. What I mean by work time is they produce lap time in a short window. So you can only get the best out of the compound of rubber for a short period of time. It's like 2 laps. You get 2 good laps out of the tyre before then it starts to drop off. And when I mean by drop off, I mean like not have grip in the tyre anymore. And it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. It's a very short working window for these Pirellis, but they've got good long distance as well. So good long distance on these tyres, but you've only got 12 sets of them. So you're probably going to be using 1 set for 4 practice sessions and maybe 2 sets, maybe 4 sets tomorrow. You have 8 sets for a 12-hour race, meaning you have to use tyres from the Pirelli pole shootout to probably start the race. Not everybody, depending on what tyres you use in free practice and qualifying. It's an absolute... It hurts my brain just thinking about it. The strategy you have to put into this race. It's not just... You think of it. Now, you think of this. Fuel mileage on a GT3 car normally can last about an hour. If you fuel save for the entire stint, which is a full driver stint, you probably can get about 90 minutes out of a fuel tank. But that means every single stint, every single hour you have to fuel save to get that stint number. That's just stupid. Why would you do that? Run for an hour, come in, get fuel. Do you change tyres? That's the question. How much fuel did you put in? Do you short fuel? That will change your strategy as well. Meaning, come the back end of the race, you short fuel. It hurts your brain. It hurts my brain thinking about it. And I have to sit up here in the commentary box for 3 hours. I'm doing a 3-hour stint of commentary on Sunday morning. That's a lot of thinking. Lol. It is. It hurts my brain. And I have to do it for 3 hours up in the commentary box. So, have mercy on me. Oh, have mercy on me. We've got the 93 Lamborghini in the box. So it'll be Saturday. It'll be Saturday afternoon. So it'll probably, I think it might start from 12:30 for you. 12:30 in the afternoon. So it's a good time. So what? If we go back 13 hours from now, 13 hours for you would be, 12:30. It starts, I think, 12:30. I come on air from 12:35, and race start 10 minutes after I come on air. So that'll be good. But yeah, I have to sit in this commentary box for 3 hours. What time is it for you now? It is 8:13. It's 3:13 for me right now. It is currently 8:13 for me. So yeah, it's literally a whole day gap between you and me. Whole day. You've just hit Friday. I'm ending Friday in 4 hours. So you're actually 15 hours ahead of me. I certainly am. I'm ahead. I know what's going to happen. Because it's 3:13 a.m. for me on a Friday morning. It's Friday night. Imagine coming from... And it's 8:13 p.m. for you now. You, my friend, are correct. You are correct. You do the math. It's 8:13 p.m. at night for me. Stuff me doing math. You can... Okay, got it. Awesome. Fine, mate. Lol. So what time will the... You know, you can just check it on the stream. It says it. You know where it says live in a certain amount of hours? Under that, it says the start time. Yeah, that's 17 hours ahead of me. You know you don't have to do maths for this? Yeah, I'll go look right now. Okay. It says your time zone, so you should be good. I think it starts at 12:35 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong. We've got Kenny Abul at the moment on a extremely fast lap. He's purple through the first sector. At the moment, purple through the first sector. We'll see what he can do through the second and third sector. As we've got to the 99. I'm not sure what car that is. That is the Corvette. The 99 Corvette is in the pit lane. Yeah, you're right. Awesome. I'm so smart. The 99 Corvette. 209.3 is the 11th position at the moment. And he's sitting in the... Where, I haven't got green down. Am I okay? Oh, no, Pro-Am. So he's in the Pro-Am class car. Let's head it down to Shadon.
Because Grant, you had the most enviable thing in the world, a clear racetrack with no one in front of you, leaving the pit lane to start this session. How good did that feel to just have you in the mountain?
It was delicious. Like that big, beautiful licorice track, one of the world's finest. Just me and a little red rocket, you know, just a little old game show host who normally helps people win cash in gold cases. That was as dreamy as life gets. I'm lucky I still get to do this day and age, and you know, to have someone like Marco Mappelli with us, you know, factory Lambo driver from Europe, multiple champion, running in the DTM next year. We're just absorbing all his intel, and he's being very, very generous.
I wanted to ask how he's actually fitting in, because you guys have such a laid-back, calm environment in here where you're just having fun. Has he figured out the fun button yet?
Yeah, we're gonna teach him how to smile first. That'll come. But he walked in, he's like, you can see him going, is this how these guys always go racing? But we've made him laugh many, many times now, so he's really starting to get the grip of it. And obviously we've got some gentleman drivers in the car as well.
Seriously?
So you have to ensure that we can't just set the car up for him as fast as he would love to go in the car, because then it's undrivable for us. So he's very generous in ensuring that everyone is catered for. He's a smart fella. So yeah, this is you know, we've had what, two podiums or 2 class wins. It'd be nice to get another podium. Yay!
It's a very tough competition this year, though. I mean, you've got a lot of other cars in the class. How good do you feel about the strength of the Lambo?
I think it's the fastest we've kind of had the Lambo going, to be honest. Marco's brought a few little demon tweaks over from Europe, which is nice. We're running a different setup than we've ever run before. Apparently the Europeans described our previous setup last year as undrivable, so we're using their philosophy now, and it seems to be working. That's the fastest, you know, I've ever gone on day one. So if that's a sign of what's to come, Tony D'Alberto and Marco Mappelli, you know, we should be, you know, there or thereabouts.
Is the goal podium, or are you guys just here having fun again, and then whatever comes, comes?
Podium in class, but I just saw how many cars there are in our class, so it might not be as easy as those COVID years, you know what I'm saying?
No, you guys have the heart and soul to make them back up. And thanks for bringing the same livery on behalf of the commentators. You know how much we appreciate that.
It's cool, isn't it? Yeah, we just can't seem to walk away from it. It's a fan favourite. It's now, everyone knows it around the world. This little Australian team, the punch is above its height, and we got the coolest paint scheme to boot.
Well, good luck this weekend. A lot of people cheering for you guys.
Great to see you, Shane. Chino 40.
Oh, that's classic. But I do not... There's this TV show in Australia, right? And it's called Deal or No Deal. I don't know what it's about. But he's advertised it so many times about that one TV show, and it's annoying. So every time I think of that guy, I'm like, oh, he's an annoying little butthead. I have that show here too. Oh, there you go. Every time I think of him, he's an annoying little butthead. But now that I think he's just driven a Lamborghini around Australia's hardest circuit, maybe he's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, no, I take everything I said bad about him back. Okay, let me quickly write something down. Equals that. There we go. That is the contact with the 183. Is the 183 Audi? One of the GT4 class cars. That's a bronze GT3 class car. So that's a bit of a problem in the elbow, and they haven't even hit the they haven't even hit the race yet, and they're already making contact. Jesus, flippin' heck. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Making contact before the race has even started. That's definitely a problem. That is definitely a problem. Our timing screens have decided to play a bit of a glitchy moment with us, so that's a problem. So I can't see the timing screens. That's also a problem. Yeah, all the timing screens are now bugged. So, no information from me or you, Adam. So, we don't know when the session's going to end. We don't know if the session's going to end and why the session's going to end. We don't even know if there's a red flag at this point. No, I do. I got some advanced tech here. If the screens go down, do they get... Right, if the screens go down, do they got way to do it manually? Like, do they have stopwatches or something? Well, I think the broadcast team would probably have like no, actually they have it's very high tech. I don't know how they do it, but I've only seen one tour, and that's from the High Tech Heroes Super Series that I streamed. They did a tour of how their what's it called? Their production team worked, and from what I saw from that, that was on YouTube, by the way. You can just search it up. I think it's on one of the videos or something. Yeah, it probably is. But they just had like a timer, the session timer, on one of their screens. They have like many different screens. They know when the session's ending. And the broadcast team communicates back to race control, and race control communicates to everybody around the circuit, all the marshals. So there you go. And you might be wondering who race control is. That is the big boss that can disqualify you from the race. And they practically have control of the whole entire track. That's who race control is. To put it short. And if you're wondering what disqualification means, it means you're out of the race. Just in case. Oh, that makes sense. And wild. Yeah, they have rights to do that. It's a bit sad, but yes, they have rights to do that. GoAwayTrip.com. I don't want to book a flight or make a hotel request or get a car or Go Away Mountain Designs. I don't. I'm seriously. I'm now starting to think maybe premium is worth it. Premium is flipping worth it. I'm starting to think that. Heck, oh, flipping heck. I'm starting to think premium is worth it. I feel like I might be worth it. With how much streaming you should get, with how much you're streaming, you should get it. I probably should. You are, Adam. You've never been more correct. You've never been more correct. Why has that car got a yellow tag? Reserved for a GT4 car. Well, they should give free premium to people who stream for more than like 3 hours a day. Look, I don't stream for more than 3. If you mean like overall stream for 3 hours a day, flipping heck, I stream for at least 3 hours a day. If you mean like a whole stream, just 3 hours long for a whole stream, then no, they should make it like you stream for 3 hours throughout a day. So you break it up from 1 hour one stream, 1 hour another, 1 hour another. If they do that, perfect. Timing screens have come back up. Awesome. Yeah, like 3 hours in a day total. I completely agree with you. I completely think they should do that. Completely think. Apparently you can get it for free, but then I don't trust YouTube. You know, YouTube can scam you sometimes. They pops up every time I open YouTube. Get premium for free for 1 month. Free, just YouTube. Define free. Free is $0. They do give you a free month. I did it. Oh, you got to cancel it though. I'm buying that. That's going in my back pocket. I don't know how to cancel it, so that's where the problem comes in. $0, 0 cent. 0. That's how much premium should cost. Premium. $0. $0. $0. Kenny Bull has gone to the top on a 204.906. He's actually only a second off the pace of our FP1 practice time for 203.8. So only a second off. So it shows the track has evolved through FP1 right through to FP4. Of course, we do have support races here this weekend, which I'm not streaming. I'm not streaming the Ferrari Challenge or Sports Sedans. I'm only streaming the 12-hour this weekend. I feel like Ferrari Challenge and Sports Sedans are a bit too much. You know, don't want to burn out. Don't want to burn out from streaming. That would be all foul. That would not be ideal. Not be ideal. Oh, but that was nearly contact with one of the Porsches and the BMWs as they made their run into the S's and into the Dipper, the Gazoo Dipper. Nearly contact, but, got close to it. I think that was with the with the GT4 Aston Martin. It was with the 14. Possibly? Was it the 14? I can't see another Aston... Oh, no, it was with the number 7. 7 Aston Martin. That's sitting in position 20 at the moment. We've got the 42 car in the pit lane. Currently being worked on. Aston Martins are beautiful. If you don't count them as a race car, absolutely. I want one of those or Alfa Romeo. You know what? If you think... Okay. If you're talking about a road car Aston Martin, absolutely, I'd buy one of them every day of the week. I'd also buy a Porsche GT3. Holy crap, those things are expensive, though. But if you're talking about a race car Aston Martin, flippin' heck, do not buy them. They are the most ugliest thing ever in race car trim. I'm not saying that... Yeah, those are nice. I want one of them. Or a Lamborghini Super Treveo. Or the new Hyundai Palladius. Those are cool looking. Must agree with you. Any road car that has a fancy name is cool. Either way. Even if it doesn't have a good interior. Look it up later, lol. Any car that has a fancy name and sounds good, I think it's good. It's SUV. Oh. Do you mean like a Subaru? And the interior is amazing. Subarus, I hate them. Worst car you could possibly buy. Worst car you could possibly buy. 55 Audi SUV is a sports utility vehicle. There you go. You taught me something. There you go. Fabian Schiller at the moment, 205.7. Purple through the first and second sector. Do you follow soccer by any chance, Adam? Are you a soccer fan? Fabian Schiller in the 55 Audi. Sharing that car with Brock Feeney this weekend. Is Fabian Schiller. Can he go to the top? I think he can. He's gone. No, he's gone slower. 6/10 slower. Strange. Yeah, I like football. Football. Okay. So you like football? You're lucky my brother didn't hear that. He'd probably kill you. Us Australians call it soccer. You Americans or British people, whatever you call it football. You're weird. That's how they say soccer in Brazil. Football. Oh, disgusting. That is disgusting behaviour. Why? Why would you call... Oh. You might as well call it ball. It's pronounced football. Football. Lol. Football. I just... Why can't the world just agree on calling soccer... Why can't the world just agree on calling... Why can't British or American people just agree on calling football soccer? You know just how many arguments that would solve? It would solve so many. But then yet again, British people would win that argument. Because you've got to think. I think it's called football before it was called soccer. Well, but we call it soccer in the US. US people, love ya. Love your work. Yeah, I'm streaming the World Cup this year. I think it's this year. Is it this year? I have no idea. I'm not a soccer fan. But apparently I'm streaming it. And car on the fence. Oh, big at the top of the mountain. And that is one of the GT4 cars heavily in the barrier. That looks to be one of the Aston Martins in the barrier. I don't know what car that is, but it's heavily in the barrier at the top of the mountain, and it's a red flag. First of the year. Red flag here at the mountain. That is a car heavily in the barrier, and that's one of the GT4 class cars. Was that the number 7? It is the number 7. In the barrier. Oh, ripped the rear exhaust out of that car. Heck, that car's badly damaged. And there's a red flag in the process. Oof. I'm going to replay that, but that is a badly damaged car, and they'll be lucky to... They will fix that overnight, but it will be a long job. Oh, you're kidding me. It was another class car. It was one of the GT3 Porsches. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, they were side by side over McPhillamy. Dog, he got out of the marbles and bang, just in the barrier. Oh, we got out of the marbles and in the grass. It's just smacked the barrier. Oh, that is the worst way to end free practice 4. Oh, it's just, that's unlucky. That is so unlucky. That was so unlucky. The 7 Aston Martin, there you go, it was car 7. Sideways, it was mad drift, not gonna lie, but the drift looked cool, but when it hit the barrier, when it hit the concrete barrier, you start to think second guessing that. The drift's amazing. Look, 10 out of 10 for the drift, 0 out of 10 for the fact that he hit the barrier. That is a heavy hit. That is some hit. And that's the first red flag of practice so far. Whew. Ouch. Ouch. You can see there one of the Pro-Am GT3 cars dodging that in the process. Ouch. And when that top of the mountain bites, it bites hard. That part of the mountain, when it bites, it bites. And it's bitten the 7 Aston Martin of Keon Downers. Has anyone ever died in one of those races? Quite unfortunately. No, it wasn't. Peter Brock did not die at the mountain. Let's send it down to Shay Adam. I'll answer that question in a minute.
We're trying to figure it out. We think that's the fastest lap you've ever done around this place.
It might be. It might be. I felt a lot of pressure from my teammates who were telling me that I have to do a 4 around here or I'm not a man. So, yeah, I'm not much for, quali laps, but they put the new tyres on and had low fuel and said have a go. And to be honest, it was fun. It was actually easier to drive it faster with low fuel and new tyres than what I'm used to. So I really, it wasn't very stressful. I probably could have done a 3, to be honest, looking at the data and the sector time. So yeah, not something I want to do again, but I did do it.
But how does that help you with your confidence, with your ability to drive your car when you do get a situation like that Joel and Luca are used to, and you know now what the car can do?
Well, now that I can get closer to them, I can reduce their pay, which is the whole point. But no, it is
reduce their
very
pay.
Good experience for me because the places where I struggle here more than anywhere. I'm a lot closer to them in Daytona or Suzuka or wherever. Some places I can almost match them, but here I'm quite a ways off because of the little section at the top where the grade is
racing team
and McPhillamy. And for me, every time I want to carry more speed, the back is very unstable. And I drive it the way they like it, and they like the front very pointy.
Yeah, it is. Oh, ads. Go. Why? Lion King. Out of all the ads.
But it makes it hard to go quick across the top. So just doing this, it just gave me a better feeling for how much speed I can carry. And I think it'll help me in the stints now. So I think it'll improve me all around.
Do you feel a difference this year? The way that you drove at Daytona even was more impressive. I feel like your driving is really coming together.
Yeah, I wish I knew what I did. I don't really know what I did to repeat it, but Daytona was fast. The car was good, and Chaz is a good teacher. Maro is really good there and just sort of sits me down and helps me. So it's always been a strong place for me. But yeah, I mean, at my age, surprisingly, yeah, I'm driving really well and I'm having fun. That's the most important thing. Have fun.
Age is just a number. Fun keeps you young. Keep enjoying this
I
one.
can bench press more than these guys anyway.
Well, I think you should bench press them.
Thanks.
Good luck, Benny.
I can bench press these guys. Oh, that's funny. Session has been confirmed. It will not resume. Session will not resume. That's quite unfortunate. But yeah, session will not resume. Quite unfortunately. Yeah, so that's that car. That would be wild, yeah. Bench pressing another person. It's just... You won't know what he actually meant unless you're a racing driver. Why is it not resuming? Because probably battery damage. And probably because there was either liquid down from the coolant in the front of the car, which is practically a bunch of water. Water/oil. And if that goes on the track and you're running on slick tyres, it's almost like driving on ice. Not nice. So teams would have to probably clear that up. And then also, all the little bits of carbon fibre and dust and dirt and grass and grime that's all on the track. Got to clean that up. And there's only 5 minutes remaining in the session. So by the time you hit back out into the track, it's a 2-minute lap. You get 1 lap and you're done. There's no point in going back out. You don't gain anything from 1 lap. Exactly. So, that's why the session's probably not resuming. And also the struggle of trying to get that car up onto the tow truck as well to get it moved out of the way. That's a problem. To get it moved out of the way or to get on the tow truck, that's another problem. So, yeah. And then also, they're running to a schedule here. I think the supercars testing is meant to come on track next. At some point, you should show what all your stuff is on your wall. I've done a room tour, but that was like 6 months ago. So I might do another one. I normally do one every year, but if you want to see a room tour, I'll do it. I'll gladly do it. But yeah, I think that's the end of free practice 4 for today. I think that's the end of our coverage as well. So that's quite unfortunate. That's quite unfortunate. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. For the same time for you, Mr. Adam. Same time for you as what the first stream was today, 3:30 for me. But yeah, that's the end. That's the end of our coverage for today. We'll be back from 11:30 for you, my friend, 11:30 p.m. For you. I'll be back from 3:30, maybe a bit later, depending. For me, should be fun. We've got qualifying and the pole shootouts. Don't worry, I'll explain more of that tomorrow during qualifying. That should be fun. But yeah, see what happens. Should be fun. And I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. But that's it for our coverage here today. Catch you all tomorrow. Till then, it's goodbye.